let's begin the tonight's session. A very basic fact. So BiiLabs, we are founded by 2017. So currently we are between our Series A. So we already have more than 25 employees plus one contractor in Tokyo. So in the past 2 years, we really achieved some good some awards, like we have a very good grades in the Qualcomm innovation competition, and we also participated into the Microsoft Startup Program, and we all got some very good progress based from that. And you can see from the left side, we have a very good customer, like later we will introduce, like even Charge. They are based in China and doing the charging station business and using our payment service. And Yave, they are the smart vending machine provider, and currently they might have some products will show in the Olympic. So they were also equipped with a BiiLabs technology. And Cater Mobile is very traditional blockchain use case by utilizing blockchain to be the something like DocuSign. So that's the application I guess people are looking for. So basically, we have the two co-founders, and right now we have a company in States and Taiwan. And the very special achievement from this year about like Apple even adopts our technology. So if you are just trying to buy the new MacBook, then actually you are using our team source code. So this year in June, the WWDC, so Apple tried to introduce the new platform. They try to migrate their operating system from Intel to their Apple Silicon. And since that, they need to really utilize lots of the open source project. And actually, one key project, SSE2 Neo, actually is contributed by BiiLabs, because they need to use this our open source to really simulate the SSE instruction onto the ARM-based platform. So that's why we say the Apple even adopts the technology from BiiLabs. But I'm sorry, this is all open source, so we did not really get benefit from that. So after 2 years, we really have a bunch of the products, and several of them you will see maybe globally in the world, and some of them are still local products for now. So you can see our another technology, not only IOTA. So from the FinTech, we have a new payment solution by utilizing the layer 1 from Nano Foundation. And we designed a fully layer 2 to cooperate with any kind of centralized application. And we still utilize the IOTA, but you can see the IOTA is mostly used on the data transfer, data exchange business. Like BiiLabs will be a universal traceability platform. If you are really interested, just give me later. I will try to give you our demo site. And the BiiLabs is very interesting, because right now we are working with the university and the Taiwan government to really define the standard of the digital certificate from Taiwan and for Taiwan. And you can see, because we are really getting involved with the CBDC, central bank digital currency, and we even really doing the research and build a small POC for the government. So that's why we also utilize the core to be our CBDC solution. So I don't want to talk about lots of the technology, because I'm actually not really a technology guy. My CTO is, but I'm not. So I try to introduce more use case based on our fantastic technology. So the first, we are working with KD Mobile. KD Mobile is also a very famous startup if you really using the PDF or most like the Adobe like startup. So they just rolling out their e-signature solution, just like DocuSign. So they come to us and we they utilize our API based on the global dispute ledger, actually the IOTA. So to form their product, so they can really using the blockchain to keep the records of your signature there. So I think this is a very interesting product. The blockchain we are really looking for, and we are expecting we should have this kind of product utilizing the blockchain. But you cannot see this feature on DocuSign. You cannot see this on the HelloSign. But you can actually try to test their product called a DocuSign based on our solutions. The second, this is a vending machine. If some of our fans still remember, we have a short demo during the CES by Lman. Lman, they using our blockchain solution. We build the DID, decentralized identifier, for them, so they can use this, try to identify, are you qualified to buy alcohol from the vending machine? This is very normal in Japan, because Japan you have the what's the card? A little bit forgot. You have okay, you have some kind of KYC card. You can really buy the cigarette or the alcohol from your vending machine. But besides Japan and Germany, most of the countries, they cannot really buy these products really by using the vending machine. So we use DID. And they also, during the pandemic, they're also rolling out a mask vending machine in Taiwan by actually by leveraging the DID to identify, because during the most serious period, you need to buy the mask in Taiwan. One people can buy 7-piece mask, and after today, you can buy another 7-piece after 2 weeks. So it becomes a kind of contract behavior. So we utilize the DID and the credential and the contract to make it happen. So we really don't need to know who are you. We really don't know your personal information. We just need to know, are you qualified to buy this? So this is a very successful application. And we also, like last week, we have a very huge exhibition in Taiwan. Actually, I will say this is maybe the biggest event in the world currently, because in Taiwan right now we are everything normal. So we also implement the payment solution onto the vending machine by using our payment and the token and the loyalty. You can get a free, maybe a free bill, actually free bill in Taiwan. Okay, this is another in my mind, I very personal like that. Because from last year, we work with National Sengong University in Taiwan, and we have a dispute ledger lab in that university. We cooperate together and work with the Ministry of the Education Taiwan to define our digital diploma standard. So originally we plan to roll out by beginning of this year, but you can see the pandemic change everything. So that will be rolled out by the 2021 Q1. So in Taiwan, we will really have a college student really can using the digital diploma and actually made by the BiiLabs solution. Besides that, we also have a very good new product will be rolling out in the same time, because I personally really don't like this old-fashioned issue the certificate or not. I don't care. So we will have a very special plugin you can install on your Google Chrome, and you can check from your verification from the LinkedIn. So you will see the blue check just like you saw on the Facebook. Once your resume or your certificate is true, then you will only see the blue check, and you can also check from the blue check is really verified on the blockchain or not. So if you are really interested, okay, you can talk to me. I can also show you because I cannot really show to public right now. So this is a little bit the working model. We work with Taiwan government and the ecosystem. And why the IOTA still our choice? Very simple. I cannot find another global backbone and no transaction fee there. No, if you know some global public chain can offer a global wise verification layer or is a data exchange layer, please let me know. I will try to consider to really change it to another platform, but not because right now IOTA is still the best choice I can say. Yeah. By the way, I did not take any money from there. So this is my favorite use case this year because I get lots of money. It's really deployed in the real market in mainland China. So my customer, they are really the charging station. So let me pass this page and try to the other one. So they are real one. They are really providing the charging station. Right now they have maybe around 10,000 charging station in China. If we are talking about China, 10,000 is really small. So, so in 3 years, they will implement around maybe 1 million charging station around China, but still small because can you imagine this kind of the e-motorcycles, low-end e-motorcycles in China, they have 300 million sets in China. So 1 million charging station is a piece of really small. But if we are talking about no matter in China, Japan or Taiwan, oh gosh, it's huge. So, but this also bring another problem. So let's say we redefine the problem. Like BiiLabs, we are really people. We are not really from the blockchain. We are actually from the IoT. So I learned the challenge from my customer, like the Yuan Charge. They don't want to only just sailor by selling the electricity service. They also want to be a real operator. They can really have their own users, but not only customers. They want to change their benchmark from the highway model, like what kind of highway model, like the right one you can see. They don't want to be only the business like a bus moving, but they want to have the benchmark from calculate the user's long time value. But in China, people all know there are very huge internet tycoon there. WeChat or maybe Alipay, Alibaba. So they just curious if I can really implement 1 million charging stations there. I become the channel. I become the operator. How can I not really own my users? And because the users are actually owned by WeChat, but not them. So people pay by WeChat. People do the activity by WeChat. People, WeChat know every behavior. WeChat know how many vehicle you have, how many motorcycle you have, how many times you need to do the charge. But okay, Yuan Charge they know, but they did not get any benefit from the digital business. So that's the root cause. And you can say this is maybe the motivation, very original motivation, why the Yuan Charge want to cooperate with us. Very simple. If you really using our payment solution, let me give you some maybe basic facts. or maybe later. So we will have our solution facts later. But so they can use our payment solution to design the incentive. Very simple. If you need to pay 1 degree for maybe around 1 RMB, how about you can get the user by using our token by 1 degree only give you 0.5 RMB token. So it's a very efficient way to pull out the user from this kind of social media. So reduce the middleman. So it's a real case how you can leverage the blockchain, leverage the token. I will not crypto because we are not really designing crypto. We are designing token. You can really using the tokenized business to reduce the useless middleman. Yeah, and we learn from our customer. Okay, it's a real digital transformation use case. But so we have our client can pull out the user to be their own, but they still need to face the challenge comes out. Like, okay, how you can retain the user? So we are also trying to developing other solution to help my clients. They can really retain their users. So like I say, change your benchmark from the bus movie to the long-term value. And so this is a real the challenge from the user voice. So what I learned is, okay, good. So I am not easy try to penetrate the blockchain into the current internet players, but we can really easily to deploy our solution and really build the value with the newcomers, new operators. That means IoT players. So there will be a very good battlefield for the old blockchain players. So now my work is trying to build my enemy. So, but it's good because we need to more players try to build the market and win the market. And later you will see another use case why I say so. So our product, BiiLabs. It means be a lean and accessible payment. So let me give you some facts. TPS, people love TPS. So our current TPS capacity TPS is more than 3,000, and our peak, okay, our peak we can get to around maybe more than 30,000. So it's already good enough to doing any kind of the business. And consider we design a complete layer 2. This layer 2 actually we really build the centralized and the decentralized architecture in the layer 2, so we can easily combine with the current account management system to our BiiLabs. And the people, they don't need to remember the private key. They don't care. Actually, I can say most of the people, they don't care their private key. They don't know what is a private key. Only the pure blockchain lovers, we know what is a private key mean for. But for the normal people, they don't know and they don't want to know. So how about we design a centralized service? But we utilize a decentralized layer as a transparent audit trail for everyone. So even the service provider, they are centralized, but you cannot fuck up their money. So I think the problem, the cause is still who can have a responsibility and who can have the accountability for the service. So that's the normal people they are caring for, and that's the your regulator, your government, they are really care about. So that's why we design this kind of layer 2 called a BiiLabs. And actually, we can not only cooperate with Nano, and I can say we can cooperate with any layer 1 blockchain. And why we choose Nano? Also a very simple idea. So I will talk more later. But you can see right now what's the sector we are targeting for. Because we still cooperate with credit card. And we also cooperate with Apple Pay, this kind of front end to solve the VA problem. But consider because we also have the experience in building the CBDC, so we are trying to build this product to be a CBDC ready platform. So you, if you live in China, next year you can enjoy that, because we will also connect to the DCEP with our payment solution to the our client in China. So there might be the worldwide first one hybrid solution, really by utilize the blockchain and also the centralized central bank digital currency, the first use case in the world. So okay, people are curious why BiiLabs you always choosing some blockchain. People really not know, because for us, we are not really trying to chasing the hot topic. We are trying to figure out what is a suitable solution for the suitable market sector. So this is what we concern. We are not really trying to say, okay, right now the Ethereum is more than 600. We should use that. Okay, we cannot. If we use that, no, we cannot do business, because we only try to push the price. Then that's good enough. We cannot really use that to be a service backbone to the B2B customers. So okay, Nano. If you really see Nano, you will see they only focus on thing, payment. So you can check a little bit from that. They only do one thing, payment. So that means they don't have any more legacy in their code. So we can easily to integrate that. So they already fast, and through our layer 2 blockchain. My engineer tell me they can even need to delay the transaction speed because too fast. Fast to you will see this is fake. So in our application, we need to delay maybe 1 second or 2 seconds to make people say, oh, okay, it's really done. Because our original idea is too fast. So instant payment. And we also have the official support from Nano Foundation, because I have the confidence any kind of the layer 1, if the BiiLabs want to participate, we definitely will make the foundation really aware of our existence. We will become the major contributor of that blockchain. And you will see we really can do that. So like I say, that's why the Apple adopts our technology. That's not we designed for Apple. Actually, this is a kind of a project because we want to speed up the transaction speed for the IoT. So we build that, and Apple takes that. So that's why I say, if our team want to really commit to some technology, then we will definitely do the contribution, and then we will make it as a significant contribution in that ecosystem. So enhancement, like you can see the layer 2 features. So privacy, we combine with current account management, and we can also pre-calculate the POW, and we can build the auditable ledger by the global backbone, just like Nano. So this is the reason why we choose Nano. Okay, let me show you a short video. Actually, we are recording last week in the exhibition. So let's start. So you can see the last one is the deputy mayor of Taipei. She's visiting our booth and left here her car say, okay, we should do something together. And you can see a company demo, a company process. So don't let, because I cannot really bring a real motorcycle in the field. So I use I use another one blower to do that. So but you can see we can do the actually micro transaction, micro payment, or I would say the streaming payment. So whatever you want. So that means we really don't have a friction cost. So you can really pay as you go. And we also design a loyalty program. So the case is, okay, you can use the charging station and you will get some loyalty, and you can watch the advertisement, get another loyalty, because my client tell me he wants the user don't need to pay for the charging. So you need to pay another one for the alternative. So, and you can see the smart vending machine. So we can actually using the loyalty to pay for the free bill. So that's our demo. Actually, last week. So most of the people they really have a free bill just last week from our use case. So we hope we can also have a similar ecosystem and build the use case in Japan soon. So by the way, what's next? And we are not really satisfied in just doing like that. We trying to push more forward. So for us, for me, mobility and the energy actually is really my concern and my answer to the future. So you can see I already build the use case and build the payment solution. I will not say for the commodity, because if we are talking about commodity, people are always changing us how you can beat Visa, how you can beat Apple Pay. I cannot. They are too big. They are too good. I cannot beat PayPal. They are really too good. But we can really do some very good in some vertical. And this kind of vertical, they are not really willing to accept PayPal. They are not really willing to accept Apple Pay. They have their ambition, because they are interest conflict. They are what I observe from this mobility, this sector, more like mobility and energy. So this will be our next use case. If you ever been in Taiwan, you will see we are really have lots of the motorcycles in Taiwan. I'm not joking, because you cannot imagine in Taiwan we have a 23 million population. Guess how many motorcycles we have? 23 million population. We have 30 million motorcycles in Taiwan. In my home, I have 3 motorcycles. Yeah, so we are really a country of the motorcycles. So we also have another unicorn called Gogoro. So they are using the swappable battery. So we are not. So we cooperate with their competitor to design the payment solution and actually a hardware wallet inside the battery. Because if we were talking about this kind of use case, who should provide the swappable battery service? Definitely will be channel. And who have the best channel in Taiwan? Okay, you are also familiar with that. 2, 7-Eleven and the Family Mart. We have more than 10,000 7-Eleven in Taiwan. Actually, I guess more than Japan. And we have maybe 6,000 Family Mart in Taiwan. So guess what? They cover all the population, all the crowd area in not only crowd or not. They cover everywhere in Taiwan. So we can imagine that someday they might also offer the service for maybe solar battery, maybe even the energy storage in their service. But consider that the settlement become a very huge challenge. So that's why we design a P2P settlement solution and a wallet inside the battery. So you already see the secret because maybe you are a few people really see the secret. The right side is actually the prototype of the new battery in Taiwan. So even Taiwan people, they don't really see that much. So we try to, because my clients, they are very huge client. They are trying to build in the ecosystem of the battery, and they only have the battery. They are not like they don't like the maybe in Japan like Honda or Toyota. They don't have a vehicle. They only have the battery. So they need to design the ecosystem and consider the battery life cycle management. So everything they become a new energy service provider. So okay, provide the battery to the vehicle or for the motorcycle is the basic one. They also want to be the energy storage and connect to the current grid will be the coming future. So that means how to do the transaction, how to do the exchange become a very serious challenge. So okay, so that's why they talk to us, and I will not say we definitely will be the provider, but we are currently working with them, trying to rolling out this kind of payment. Again, it will be a payment and a settlement solution for this kind of use case. So you can imagine that maybe you can use your home solar panel to generate the energy and selling the credential, the green energy credential, the renewable energy certificate to the energy company, and your home even can help the batteries provider to charge the battery, and you can get the benefit from that. So that will become a really new batteries ecosystem, or I will say it is kind of a smart city ecosystem. So we provide our BiiLabs solution to solve the transaction challenge. And this is another I really like, and I have confidence in the coming future. So like I said, mobility is a big deal for Taiwan and the startups. So we try to cooperate with my partner to embrace that. And actually, you can see the picture like the right side, car wallet. Because I already see the roadmap from several vehicle vendors I know, and I just have questions. Say, hey, why all the vehicle vendors they have a blockchain center, they have a blockchain research team inside their company? Why? They want to rolling out their crypto? Not exactly. Maybe they want, but I don't know. But definitely they have a reason. Actually, I can tell you a little bit the reason. Like I said, the IoT vendors, they are not really satisfied in just accept the internet tycoon like Google, like Amazon, like Microsoft, really dominate their digital future. Hey, they are Mercedes, they are Toyota. How can they just say, oh, okay, good. We use Google earn the money for digital. We earn the money from the vehicle. They don't want. So, but they don't have really a clue. Like I really checked, and I already discussed with one of the very top brand, their headquarters about this question. They just tell me they really don't want to. If they can have the option, they definitely will choose not to work with maybe Apple or not, others, but they don't have now. But if we need to say what kind of the technology, what kind of the solution will be a salvation? Okay, blockchain. So you can see the last time you will see a website or organization called Mobi. Mobi actually is a mobility open blockchain initiative. So you can see most of the vendors or the brand use already in the ecosystem, and they are building the standard for the mobility. So we are also BiiLabs is also part of that. So we also contribute our payment solution and the use case to them, and try to learn the future. And we know maybe the car wallet. So if you are only the crypto lover, so you might don't like the word I said. But for me, because I'm not really from the blockchain world, I'm from the IoT world. So we know that the future vehicle actually will definitely have the capability to pay the service. And maybe most of the service regarding to the mobility will maybe will serve over by the vehicle vendors. They don't want, like I said, they don't want to be only the hardware vendors. They want to be a service vendors. So how you can, if your car can pay, then okay. Also okay, so you can pay by your car. Also, it's good. And there will be definitely a 4G and the 5G ready platform. So it's really good. So you can see in the coming future. So this is a little bit architecture that from our tip. So I'm not saying this is the right answer, but you can maybe bet on the future. So my bet is on this future. So we already working with several hardware vendors. They are building the currently 4G, soon will be 5G modules. So we are building the payment solution and the settlement code inside the 4G and the 5G. So that means once every application, if you can really connect to the 5G modules, that makes your object can have the capability to do the service, can earn the money to get the money by yourself, not any other middleman. So this is actually the spirit of the Bitcoin, of the blockchain, right? So we are trying to make it happen. So the impact for the smart mobility, like I say, change the benchmark. Before, you're talking about single unit sales, but in the future, you will become a usage-based pricing. So maybe someday we can get our car, don't need to pay the money, I guess, or I hope. But you need to pay another, so you need to pay just like just kind of ratio, but not really the ratio. So, so I say you will change your benchmark from unit margins to become for a lifetime value. It's really significant change of the mobility and also the vendors. So for me, it's really huge. Consider the current market. Do you know how much how many the EV right now in the world? Only 5 million. But if we consider the world or the total volume of the vehicle, oh, that's huge. That's huge. So we need to change. So that's why we choose this battlefield, try to develop our roadmap. So actually, they're pretty much from my side, my sharing, and a little bit my our insight for the future and our current for the products. So maybe it's time to have some Q&A.
Wonderful, thank you, Lman. If you have any questions, there's a Q&A box at the bottom, or you can also use the chat. I think we have some time to take any questions. I think this is fantastic and so much progress being made. I think the vision, right, hasn't changed. You always had that in your mind, but last time you gave a presentation to the Tokyo FinTech Meetup, BlaPay didn't exist in this shape or form at all. There was a vision, and maybe right, secretly you guys were working on some infrastructure. So seeing all of this develop and evolve and actually being deployed in the wild in China within such a short time frame under these conditions is amazing accomplishment. So that's congratulations. It's a super good start. As you say, it's a big market and a long way to go, but you've got a foot in the door at the very least.
Yes. You are right. Last year, we really have a huge progress compared to the last work. So we, as a startup, we need to learn from the market and maybe bow to the market. So we are learn fast, but not fast enough. So we also have some pain in the past years. But hopefully I have a strong team, so we really adapt very quickly. So we learn from the market, and the people tell me we really need a payment solution. In the past, I never want to do the payment because I know there have some very serious issue and from the blockchain. But we are lucky because we can really see, like Nano, they can really offer a mature and sustainable layer one. So that means if I can really build in a good enough layer two, I can really build in a global payment infra or settlement infra there, and without engineering issues. So I can focus on our resources on the business issue and the regulation issue.
Absolutely, and it's also interesting. I heard this actually much more maybe over the last month or two, that people in the fintech scene become a little more critical of the Visa and the MasterCard, simply because they work with so many fintechs and they're all coming out with their debit cards, ultimately initially bootstrapping their business model with interconnect fees. And of course, it gives them a source of revenue, but in the end, it all runs through the old payment rails, and creating an alternative system to that is really been lacking still, right? And so you're taking that on a bit. And in addition, what you described as the independence of, especially in China, the WeChat and Alipay function. So it's like a double take. In the West, it's Visa and MasterCard, and in China, it's the duopoly of these two mega apps. So it's a very interesting alternative.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because originally I also hesitated to do that, because when my customers, they talk to me, hey, they want to really pull out the user from the WeChat, and I also have a question for them. Hey, you already have a WeChat, you have you have maybe the most mature ecosystem in the world, because China really have the digital payment very mature. So how I can really serve you? But like I say, we learn from the market, we learn from the customer. Say, hey, we learned that the problem is not technology. The problem is the interest conflict. So like I say, the newcomer, the new operator, they don't want to share their digital benefit to the other middleman, because all the internet tycoon actually get the benefit from robber the digital benefit from their maybe customer, or I would say not users, because we users, we don't pay, so we need to pay our privacy. But if you are the maybe like a merchant, or you are the service provider, you will see it's why I really do the service, but you get the more benefit than me. And it's very interesting. So why I need to do that? So that become a huge interest conflict. So they want to really figure out a solution. Okay, we can still do in the digital business, but without compromise our digital benefit to the middleman. So that's why I say the blockchain seems like a very reasonable solution. So, but the problem for them is, if we are talking about the other blockchain, they want that, oh, my service want to provide a global backbone and with a fair price, fair cost, and also then they will become a new problem. Like I said, I already told that like, okay, it's really good. So but okay, like this 2 days, not these 2 days, this weeks, months, if people really trying to build in service on Ethereum, oh gosh, they will suffer the gas fee and also the speed. But for the service provider, they cannot start the service if the price is high. So they need to have a suitable solution like enterprise. We call it enterprise blockchain. But most of the enterprise blockchain is a kind of on-premise solution. For most of the small and medium enterprise, or maybe even the small shop, they cannot suffer the cost of just only try to make my business digital. So that's why I say it's become a new challenge for digital transformation. It's only the giant can do the digital transformation, so the traditional shop cannot. So it's become a very interesting challenge. So we try to solve that with blockchain, with like I say, why I like the Nano or like the Alta, actually the same reason. Because the layer one, global layer one is there. And I don't care about the consensus because they fix the problem. But they can offer a very fair cost of the to have the global service platform. So I can utilize that to build a tool for the no matter small, the medium enterprise, or to the giant corp. Yeah, so I don't care. Yeah, so they become a suitable solution for them. So that's our maybe aspect.
What I find compelling as well is that for me in this whole payment space, there are ultimately three factors. There's the payment, there's loyalty, and there's location. And there is not many companies in the market that are able to tie all three together. So for the most part, you're getting payments and loyalty bundled, right? So you pay and you get points, or you get the cash back. That's kind of easy. And by using a mobility use case, you get the location almost for free, right? Because it's obviously part of the mobility model. And the opportunity that it opens up by saying that now you are right in front of a Starbucks or a coffee shop or whatever it might be, we give you a discount if you stop and you get your coffee, get 20% off. Doing this on an ad hoc basis and in a non-invasive way so that people don't get annoyed, right, with enough spacing through the events, I think is also very, very powerful because it puts the offer into the spatial context, right, rather than coming somewhere into your email box when you're sitting on the sofa at home, where it's really worth nothing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. Mm-hmm.
One question coming back to the CDBCs, is that a prototype with the Bank of Taiwan?
I cannot say that. Yeah, actually, I really don't have also. I cannot really say that. So we get involved with some government. I cannot say. And we also cooperate with them. We build the research, we build the POC, we build the technology infrastructure. But I cannot say I will become the technology provider because it's true. So, but for based on that experience, I learned a lot because we really build a relationship with many countries' central bank. So we learn their roadmap, we learn their idea, and we try to figure out which kind of the technology will be the consensus country will use. So based on that, we have our answer to utilize what kind of the engine technology to build our CBDC ready product. So so based on that, but in China, it's a little bit different problem. Because China, we don't really know, are they really using blockchain or not? Because maybe they are only use a database, but I don't care. But we definitely, I think the most important thing will not be the technology choice, but we care about how the economic will change if we all accept we really can have this digital currency from the government. So how the digital currency can really affect our life, affect our economic, affect our behavior. That would be more interesting for me. So for me, I really don't care about what kind of CBDC we'll use, but for me, I try to figure out what will be the next after. Definitely, we will have the CBDC there, because all the opportunity will be there for me.
Understood. And well, there was a paper at the beginning of October from the BIS together with 7 central banks. So I assume that you're somewhere in the flow, which is a good thing. And then, of course, as you mentioned, China, we'll see. But I think they just announced today that they'll do the second lottery for the DSAP. And so it's they're rolling it out lottery by lottery, which certainly gives them data points for further decision making, which is great.
Yep.
Super. I think that no questions in the audience. It was a fantastic update and great progress, and we want to see BiiLabs in Japan as well, Lman.
I hope.
Especially if you can get it into, I mean, all the Famimas and 7-Elevens have already so many payment solutions, but it's also mostly still through the old rails. So I think there's good opportunities here for sure with the digitalization push that will come after COVID. So good luck with that. We're looking forward to seeing you again.
Me too. Yeah.
Wonderful. Thanks a lot. Stay healthy.
Yeah, thanks.
Good spirits.
Yeah, you too. Yeah,
Thanks,
hope we can have a beer soon.